Thank you for joining First Chapter Friday. My name is Katie Ledford, and I will be reading Greek Girl. My name is Harriet Manners. I am a geek. I know I'm a geek because I've just looked it up in my Oxford English Dictionary. I drew a little check mark next to all the symptoms I recognize, and I appear to have them all, which, and I should be perfectly honest here, hasn't come in an enormous surprise. The fact that I have an Oxford English Dictionary on my bedside table anyway should have been one clue. That I keep a natural history museum pencil and ruler next to it so that I can neatly underline interesting entries should have been another. Oh, and then there's the word geek, drawn in red marker pen on the outside pocket of my school satchel. That was done yesterday. I didn't do it, obviously. If I did decide to deface my own property, I'd choose a poignant line from a really good book or an interesting fact not many people know. And I definitely wouldn't do it in red. I'd do it in black or blue or perhaps green. I'm not a big fan of the color red, even if it is the longest wavelength of light discernible by the human eye. To be absolutely candid with you, I don't actually know who decided to write on my bag, although I have my suspicions. But I can tell you that their writing is almost illegible. They clearly weren't listening during our English lesson last week when we were told that the handwriting is very important to the expression of self, which is quite lucky because if I can just find a similar shade of pen, I might be able to slip the letter R between G and E, and I can pretend that it's a reference to my interest in ancient history and feta cheese. I prefer cheddar, but nobody has to know that. Anyway, the point is, as my satchel, the anonymous vandal, and the Oxford English Dictionary appear to agree with one another, I can only conclude that I am, in fact, a geek. Did you know that in the old days, the word geek was used to describe carnival performer who bit the head off a live chicken or snake or bat as a part of their stage act? Exactly. Only a geek would know a thing like that. I think is what they call ironic. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next week.